Are we live? Hello, everybody. Coming at you live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, from my trailer in my parents' backyard. I got myself some tea. Mmm, delicious. Before I get into the crazy story, I want to give some updates that I find pretty interesting. Some developments. Can I speak today? Developments today in my life, and then I'll get into the horror story. But essentially, I did a painting of Charlie Kirk. Um, I there was a few people kind of making fun of it here online, but essentially, when I finished it, I didn't know what to do with it. My dad gave me the idea to donate it to the Republican Party here in Tulsa. So I found their office. I called them up and said, "Hey, I'm going to stop by with a painting." They sounded excited. I went to their building. They have a bit of security, so I had to wait a little bit. I got in, showed them the painting, and they were all amazed. They were all amazed by the painting. Not only were they amazed, they told me that nobody was doing anything as far as a tribute to Charlie. So I was the only one that did anything. So I didn't know this was going to happen, so you just kind of go with the flow of things, right? So they took the painting to the state fair. It's been there since day one. They have a little Republican booth there. I had a friend stop by, and what's funny is as soon as I texted my friend, I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" She goes, she sends me a video, her hanging out with a friend, and shows the painting in the background. It's like, I can't believe this. This is crazy. So I was like, "Yeah." They put my painting there at the booth, and they gave me a ticket to go to the fair as part of the vendor there, as part of the Republican Party booth. So I'm going to go today from 4 to 9 and take some business cards to see if I can maybe get some more paintings done. Yo, Krishna. Oh, that's too bad. Well, plenty of fish in the sea, Krishna. Plenty of fish in the sea. Don't worry about it. Don't let it bug you. Plenty of fish in the sea. But yeah, I went to the Republican Party. I'm going to be there today at the fair from 4 to 9. My painting is there. I'll have business cards. I'm going to hand out business cards to people that want me to do paintings of anything. So hopefully I can make some money from that. But what they told me, this is what the part's crazy. What they told me is that I'll talk to you here in a minute, Krishna. Yeah, this is don't worry, man. I got you. They told me that a lot of people have gone to the painting and checking it out, and they told me that some people have been going to the painting and crying. I thought that was crazy. I did not expect to hear that. So it looks like the tribute's having an impact. It's kind of cool. When I was doing it, I had no idea where it was going to end up, and that's part of life. You just kind of, it's like you're called to do something and you just kind of have faith that what you're doing is the right thing. You can call it an intuitive way of hearing God, in a way, it's not like I heard God telling me you need to make the painting, but for whatever reason, I felt the necessary motivation to do it, just because it seemed the right thing to do. Charlie, I've been watching for weeks before he died, and was really getting into what he was saying, and then he died, and it was a big deal. It was a big deal to me and to a lot of people. Krishna, look, man, I'm sorry. That's life, man. Life is one disappointment after another, but that doesn't mean that you have to quit. Part of life is when you get knocked down, you get back up. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of life. It's always going to be like that. And I can tell you my horror story, because that's exactly what happened to me, man. This whole month has been nothing but a beatdown, and a metaphorical beatdown with all the computer going down, crashing, the hard drive crashing, me taking it to the store. They told me there's nothing they can do to get the hard drive back. I lost everything. And that was a big one to swallow. I had to accept the fact that I lost everything on that hard drive. Luckily, I have a few things backed up, like important things, but everything else, designs that I've done that I was going to use, things that I've done, flyers, the stuff coming up for the festival, it's all gone. All gone. My certificate designs that I did, all gone. I have to redo everything. But that's life. You know, life will throw a punch at you to try to knock you down, and you just got to get back up, you know. But essentially, my phone also crashed. I lost everybody's contacts. I lost the ability to get on apps. I lost a lot of things. So what I did was I went to the phone store. I went to the phone store to get a new phone, and I told them specifically not to change my phone number. And long story short, they changed my phone number, and it was kind of an accident because the person I was dealing with was fairly incompetent, didn't know all the ins and out of the company. And so that's Assist Wireless for you. You know, they have a lot of stores in Tulsa, but the people that work there are not that good. And you think it'd be like an easy store to run, but essentially they messed up so big with dealing with me. You know, they messed up huge. And you know, when you go to Assist Wireless, it's government phone service, and they refurbish phones. You know, they refurbish phones. So the first phone I bought from them had a broken charger port. So there was nothing, there was no way for me to charge the phone. I looked at it closely. You can see the plastic melted around the headphone jack and the charger port, completely like melted. The black little chip that you inserts into the C connector, it was totally black and burnt. It looked pretty crazy. But essentially, I had to go back to the store and trade that one in. And the first thing this person did was accuse me of trying to sell her back or trade back like my old phone to get a different phone. And I was like, lady, I'm not doing that. I literally just bought this from you 2 seconds ago. It's the same phone. And considering that I can't even take off the plastic guard you put on it, there's no way for me to just switch my phone so fast. You know, it's just ridiculous. So she was like, okay, you're right. This is the phone I sold you. And she double checked and said, yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. You're right. So she gives me a new phone, and that new phone couldn't read SIM cards. And, you know, the thing is, she told me to go home, take out my SIM card out of my old phone and put it in the new one. And so that's what I did, but it wouldn't read it. So I went back to the store, and she got a new SIM card, put it in there, and it wouldn't read it. And so, of course, I went home after that, but it wouldn't read it still. So then I went back to the store. And then, you know, and this is like, that's already been like 2 days, right? 2 days of going back and forth with the store. And so I go back to the store. They give me a new phone and a new SIM card. And in that process, and I told them repeatedly, please do not change my number because you're going to screw up so many things for me if you do. I didn't say that, but I told them, don't change my number, please. I want to retain my number, please. And so she accidentally changes my number because she didn't do something properly. She skipped a step, which made the domino effect start, you know, this madness. But essentially what happened was I got a new number, and then ever since I got that new number, I've been trying to get my old number back. And so, you know, I went back a different day and said, look, listen, you know, it's already been like 3 days by this time. I'm like, listen, okay, it's been kind of this has been crazy. Okay. So let's see if we can fix this, right? No more problems, please. So she sends a message out to whoever. She sends a message out to customer service, and they say it's going to take 48 hours for them to reset my number or give my number back. I said, okay, fine. I'll be back in 2 days if it's not fixed. Lo and behold, it's not fixed. So I go back to the store and say, look, listen, you told me I'd have my number back in 48 hours. It's not back. So what do we do? And she goes, okay, let me check. Let me look into it, type stuff. And she's like, okay, well, they say by the end of today, but by this time it's like Friday. She's like, if it's not by the end of today, come back Monday. I was like, are you kidding me? So okay, so Friday rolls around, my number hasn't changed. I can't go to this whole. Okay, I have a deadline. My deadline is October 5th, and I'm supposed to verify my ID on Amazon Kindle so that my book can be published. But I can't get Amazon because my number changed. So I've been working on trying to get my number back so then I can get into my computer and verify my ID so I can get my book published. So this started like the first week of September. And so whenever my computer crashed, I was and I was in the middle of fixing other things, and putting out other fires. What happened was I accidentally missed my deadline to verify my ID, which was like September 15th. And so they took down my book, they took down everything, my profile. And I said, look, listen, I sent an email to Amazon and said, look, I'm going to appeal this because, listen, this is what's going on with me. My computer crashed. And now my phone number changed, and there's nothing I can do. Like, I've been trying so hard. So they gave me more time. October 5th was the deadline. They actually said October 6th, but when I checked online, it said October 5th. So I'm glad I didn't wait till October 6th to do it, because I would have been too late again. I could have sworn they said I had till September 27th to get it done. But for some reason, it's like they changed it to like the 15th and without telling me. And I don't know. I feel like, so I missed the deadline. I told them, hey, I need more time. They gave me more time. And I'm dealing with Assist Wireless. And they keep telling me, yeah, just come back Monday. Come back tomorrow. Come back in 48 hours. They kept doing this to me. Finally, I'm just like fed up. I'm like, can I please just, instead of you just messaging them and waiting for a reply, can we talk to a real person, like a real customer service? Because for what I know, you're just talking to a chat bot, that doesn't really know anything probably, and it's just telling you something based off of what you're asking. But what you're asking could be totally incorrect because I don't know what you're typing. So there's probably a huge miscommunication there. So I was like, can we please just talk to a person on the phone? Okay, and by this time, it's already been a week. It's been a week and a half of trying to get my number back, and them telling me, yeah, we'll get it back in 24 hours. Yeah, we'll get it back in 48 hours. Yeah, try Monday after the weekend. Like, just like me just trusting them with that. And, they're totally misguiding me, totally wasting my time while my deadline's coming up. And I'm starting to freak out a little bit, because I don't want to miss my deadline again. If I miss the deadline a second time, I don't think Amazon's going to be that lenient to give me more time. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't want to push it. So there I go. Finally, I talked to somebody at customer service. And I go, can I please talk to your supervisor? Because this guy's telling me, which was completely different from what this Assist Wireless person was telling me. She kept saying, yeah, and by the end of the day or in 24 hours, right? She kept telling me that BS. So I was like, okay, enough, lady. This has gone on too long. I'm losing my patience. There's something wrong here, whether in communication. There's just something wrong that put me in this vicious cycle, and I need to get out of this vicious cycle now. Either you give me my phone back or I just figure something out. But one way or the other, I can't be waiting all the time and wasting my time like this, because I feel like I wasted my whole week and a half. I could have tried something else, maybe through Amazon. So eventually, I talked to this person online. They say it's impossible to get your number back. And I'm like, no. Listen to me. Nothing's impossible, okay? I convinced them to send me to their superior. I talked to their superior person, and they reassure me there was nothing they could do because it was the person had messed up the process, and there's nothing they can do now. So I just was like, okay, well, at least I know the truth. At least I know I don't have to wait 24 hours. I don't have to wait 48 hours. I don't have to wait till Monday, wasting my time. I'm just glad somebody gave me the truth. The truth was it was going to be impossible to get my number back. And I said, okay, I can accept that. I'd rather accept that than somebody telling me keep waiting. It was a complete waste of my time. So I go, okay, thank you for your time, sir. I guess I know what to do. I guess I'm going to go to Amazon and Google and change my number there, which is a process in itself. But the lady made it seem like it was easy to do. I just had to wait till the end of the day, and it didn't happen. So I was like, okay, wait till 40 hours. So I was like, stop. This has got to stop. So I said, okay, thanks for your time. I walk away. And before I walked away, I said, look, listen, I'm writing a complaint against that employee because she doesn't know what she's doing. She might do this to another person. She sold me 2 broken phones. She changed my number, whether by accident, probably by accident, but it doesn't matter. Her incompetence is through the roof, and my life is on fire because of this whole situation. So we need to write a complaint. Okay, so I wrote a complaint, an official complaint against this person, and that was it. I was like, okay, thank you for your time. Goodbye. I got to go do stuff. So, so I accept the fact that I can't change the number. I go to Amazon, and I'm calling them, and pretty easy. I called them last night. I was on the phone for about an hour because they have to go through stuff and you have to verify things, and like they have a system of verify things through the phone. Like they want to know what were your last 3 purchases on Amazon. They want to know the last 4 numbers of your credit card and expiration date. They want to know your email, your name, your all this stuff they have to verify, right, in order to know that it's really you. So I give them all that, and we go through this process of them trying to. What they have to do is disable the 2-step verification for me to go in there and update my number. But funny enough, here's another wall I hit. Funny enough, 2 walls actually with Amazon. When the first lady that worked with me, I guess at the end of the day, she didn't update my number for me, but instead put an old number that was already in the system that I didn't use. So instead of updating the number to the new number, she updated the number to an even older number that I don't have. And I don't know why a person would do that. I guess they would just assume, I guess, that number worked. But I told them, I said, none of those numbers work. Okay, I need to update my numbers. This is the number that works, and none of those work. But she still somehow did it. And then I had to wait till the morning to get an email. So again, had to wait. And that email had a verification code that I had to put in, but you need a WhatsApp, whatever that application that's WhatsApp, whatever. And I don't have it. And the problem is I can't enter my Google because I have to go through the whole process with Google. And apparently it can take up to a week to get your stuff updated and verified. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing the Google thing. I'm just going to try to do the Amazon thing so I can get my book published, and I'll do the Google thing later. So I told him, I called him this morning. I was like, look, listen, first of all, I was like, thanks for all the help, but 2 issues. Number 1, the last person updated my number to be an older number that I don't use, and I don't have WhatsApp, and I can't have access because of the whole new number situation. She goes, oh, let's look into it. So I did the whole process again. Took about an hour or so. And finally, they were like, give us your new number. I gave them the new number. They put in my new number, and I was able to get a code finally. And I didn't have to use WhatsApp. And so finally, today, October 1st, after a whole month of dealing with this, I am now verified. I can get into my Amazon. I can buy stuff off Amazon if I need to, whatever. So I was able to verify my ID. And the other thing I had an issue with Kindle, with verifying my ID, was I was trying to use their system in my camera here. I put my license, and they would take a picture of it, switch it, and take a picture of the back. The quality was so poor that it wouldn't work. And so I did that about 20 times trying to make it work, and it was just horrible. So because I can't use my phone at the time, and I couldn't send myself an email, I had to go to the library, get my ID scanned front and back, which looked great, image quality, great. But I had an issue there too. So I guess they have some kind of weird system in place. When you scan stuff with a barcode, which the back of the license has a barcode, it'll block it. And that's the main thing I need, that they need. They need that barcode. And so I went to the lady. I was like, listen, I need to scan my ID, but the barcode keeps getting blocked by your system. How do we fix this? And so we were kind of messing with it, and finally we figured it out. But I was like, I was like, you got to be kidding me. There's like everywhere I go, there's a roadblock. This is getting to the point of insanity. So finally, I was able to scan my ID, and it didn't block it. They had to like figure something out, and then so I put that on my USB drive. Came back home, uploaded my ID to the Kindle verification. It accepted it with no issues, thank God. And my book is now officially published on Amazon. So if you go to Amazon and you look up Dialogues, Oklahoma Independent Cinema, you will find the book, and that's my book. And you can purchase it you can purchase the ebook for $9.99 or the paperback for like $14.99, or if you're part of the Kindle program, you can get it for free. So that's that. That's done. It took me a month to verify my ID. The last thing I had to do to publish my book was verify my ID, and I had a month of nothing but technical, I don't know what you call it, technical failures, technical fights, everything just breaking down around me. It was just insane. I don't know, like, how does that even happen? The timing of it all. The only way I can explain it was the devil. I know it's a bit of a cop-out, but I mean, like, come on. All I had to do was verify my ID to publish my book, and I had nothing but problems and problems and problems and problems and problems just to do one little thing. And I did the hardest part, which is write the book. And then the second hardest part was to get all the technical formatting done to get it on Amazon and Kindle or whatever. That took me a whole month, every day from morning to night, working on this thing to get it done. Plus the editing I did on this. I don't know how many times I edited my book and went over, make sure I didn't misspell anything, make sure the grammar made sense, make sure sentencing and stuff was structurally correct. So yeah, that was a whole month of that. And then all I had to do was literally upload an ID to finish that process. And it took me a whole month just to do that little thing because of all the technical issues, the phone number getting switched and this and that and this and that. Insanity. It's insanity. Hey, but I'm glad it's done. It took a month, but I'm glad it's done. And my goal right now is to accomplish things every month, right? So the painting was cool. That was kind of unexpected, but I got it done, and it's out there in the world, and it's causing some emotional reactions, and it's pretty cool. So that was a big accomplishment. Now that I got this thing verified in October, I guess I can say that's my other accomplishment for the month, was finally getting that thing verified. So that's the horror story with the computer and phone. That's the horror story. And so I just, there was a time where I was like, just forget it. Like, life is telling me not to publish it, I guess. But instead of going that route, I just was like, no, I put a lot of work into this book. I'm definitely going to publish it. I'd be stupid to quit. That's life, though. That's life, man. Krishna, if you're listening, that's life. Life is going to freaking try to beat you down. It's like almost like a test. If you pass the test, you go on to the next level, I'm telling you, it was just insanity. I can't believe how freaking insane that was, But the whole time, I was calm. I was courteous. I was super nice to the lady. I was super nice to everybody on the phone. I never yelled at anybody. I did yell in the car once. I think like I was so fed up that they kept telling me in 24 hours and 48 hours, come back Monday. I was at that point, I was like, I lost my patience. I was like in the car going, like, what the fuck? Because like, what is this? But that was the only time. That was the only time I was like, ah. And then my friend took me to work out. And so that made me feel a lot better. I went out and did some workout at a gym. It was pretty good. But yeah. And so now, and there's this lady, I reached out to this local bookstore called Magic City Books, and they promote local authors, and they have big events where lots of people come out. And so I haven't been able to reply in a month to tell them, okay, let's do this because I've been dealing with this. So after I get off this, I'm going to actually email her and be like, listen, this is what happened to me. It's been crazy. Can we still arrange an event to promote the book, and I can figure it out. But I just cannot believe it took a month. And I bet they're wondering why I haven't replied in a month, because, I mean, there's nothing to say. The book's not, Kindle made me like, the assumption was the book was going to get published, easy peasy, because all I had to do was verify the ID, and I was able to get hard copies of the book sent to me to kind of look at. So I just assumed, and it was online. You can see it online. So I just assumed it was done, right? That it was done. It was published. But no, I had to verify my ID. And when that didn't happen, they took the whole thing down. And now it's back up. So once I got it verified, the page is up. I didn't lose my work, thank God, because setting up that page is a lot of work in itself. And if I had lost everything, I don't know how I would hate to have to redo everything, because I feel like I got it just perfect on the first time, right? So to try to replicate what I did the first time would be hard, and it wouldn't be the same. It'd be such a loss that it just be so ridiculous. But anyways, that's life, Krishna. Krishna, man, people are going to reject you, and all you can do is just don't take it personal, man. You just got to realize other people have stuff going on, and life will throw you curveballs. You just got to hang in there. You can't quit. You can't quit on yourself. People may quit on you, but you can't quit on yourself. You have the power to stay. You keep going. You keep going. I've probably been more rejected by women than you have, Krishna. I'll be honest. I've probably been rejected by more women than you. I've probably been rejected by more people than you. I've had people bully me. I've been banned from places, movie theaters, because they don't like me. Because they don't like me. They don't like the fact that I'm just a normal human being, I'm not radicalized. So if you're not radicalized and you go to these places that are owned by people who are radicalized, they're not going to like normal people. And I say radicalized in a very extreme way, but they have very radical ideologies, very progressive ideologies that I don't agree with, So that's why primarily I got banned from these places. A lot of people hate me in Tulsa, but the thing, I don't give a shit, I'm above that, If they want to spend their time hating, that's on them. I don't want to spend my time hating. I want to spend my time loving myself. Primary, you got to love yourself. You got to find a way to love yourself, first of all, before you can even put out love. If you're not in the right place here, where you're balanced and you're good, you're not going to be able to connect with people. You know what I'm saying? You got to work on yourself. Primary. That's the most primary thing you can do before you can start handing out love and friendship and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, you're young. You got time to work on yourself. You should be working on yourself every day, man. I'm telling you, work on yourself every day. Have a workout schedule. Do it every so often. Work on eating healthy. Work on reading interesting books. Take classes. Take training. Learn new skills that can serve you in life and in business. And you can make money from your skills. Don't be a pushover. Don't be a pushover. People are going to want to push things over you. And you got to have a bit of a backbone. Don't chase women. Women don't like to be chased. They do for attention, but they're just stealing your time at that point. They don't really, so don't chase after women, because once you get your life in order, Krishna, women will be chasing you. And that's how it works. That's how it works. You got to get your life in order. You want to put yourself in a position where you can choose who you want to be with, instead of like you. Are you a good person? No? Okay, goodbye. You, what do you do? Oh, you do that? Okay, no thanks, goodbye. You know what I'm saying? You got to put yourself in a position where you can choose as a man what kind of woman is going to spend time with you. You're allowed to say, no, you're not spending time with me because I don't like what you do. I don't like how you act. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But in some cases, I got a few good friends that I don't judge them. I just my new philosophy is, don't pressure people to change. Don't push people towards anything. Just be the example. Just be the example, and that's it. That's all you got to do, is be the example. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here, you know. But yeah, I'm going to the fair today. I'm excited about that. I gotta get some stuff done before I go. So my whole day is dedicated to that. So yeah. My own street light. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yep. He just dropped a truth bomb. My own street light says women lose interest in guys who chase them. To them, it means you have nothing going on instead of having important priorities. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the truth is, we want to spend time with women. But the other truth is, it can be toxic, right? If you're not responsible of your life and being responsible of your life. Yeah, of course we want to spend time with women. Even if it's just friendship, but like it's priorities come first. Priorities come first. So I hope, Krishna, you heard that, because I know you're having some trouble with life, you know, and I get it, man. We've all been there to some degree, you know. I'm not saying we have it exactly the same, but we've all been there to some degree. And there's just the truth of the psychology behind that, you know. It's crazy. To me, I never understood it. I was like, it makes sense to a guy, right, to be like, well, I'm here for you, I'm going to give you time, but it makes no sense to a woman. Like they see it so differently. It's crazy. They think differently. You know, it's insane to a degree, I guess. But you know, that's why when you find the right one, it just clicks and it makes sense, right? They want to spend time with you. They choose you, you know, and that's great. It's great to find someone like that. I think I found somebody like that, but I think we're just kind of taking it slow. But yeah. So had a really good cup of tea with milk and honey. I got to get my day started and get some things going. So anyways, I appreciate anybody who stopped by to listen in and hang out and comment and give their 2 cents, you know. So I guess I'm going to call it. What was I going to say? Anyways, today's going to be interesting because I'll be at the fair at the Republican Party booth. They told me to wear blue and red, white colors. That's why, oddly enough, in a really weird way, this was a shirt my mom bought me that I've never wore. This is a jacket that I bought 5 years ago that I still have. And I didn't plan for this, but these are just the clothes I have. I don't have a lot of red, white, and blue. So this is the best I could do. But oddly enough, it's the same thing that Charlie Kirk is wearing in the painting. I did not plan for that. I just don't have. I literally opened this shirt today. My mom bought it for me like months ago. It's been in a plastic thing for months. And I just decided, okay, it's the only thing that I have that's like red, white, and blue-ish. But it's just crazy to me that I'm like wearing the same thing Charlie Kirk is wearing. And I didn't plan for that. It's just what I have. You know, I could change because a part of me is like, it's kind of weird, but it's what I have. It's just my clothes, you know, it's the best that I have. And so I'm just going to go with it. Whatever. I'm not trying to dress like him. It's just as far as nice and red, white, and blue this is what I have. So it is what it is. But yeah, okay. I think I'm pretty much done with this one. So I'm gonna get off. I do have a little bit of announcement that I'm gonna say real quick, but I won't say too much because I want it to be more or less a surprise once it gets done and it gets released. I think it'll be pretty cool. But I was hired or just we're collaborating with my brother to produce a music video for him. So that's pretty exciting. I'll let everybody know when we get started. I may upload some like behind the scenes pictures at some point at the end of October. I'm not sure when the video will get released, but probably in November is my guess. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe by the end of the year, maybe the first of the year, January. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. I'm actually excited to do it. So I'm going to, here in a bit, in a few days, I'll be sitting down and start breaking down production, I guess. That's going to be interesting. I haven't done that in a long while. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Look out for a music video at some point. And some what do you call them? Um, like some preview shorts of the video itself probably will go up too. So it's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool that I have a chance to flex those creative muscles in the film world again. Be fun to do. Okay, that's it, everybody. That's it. All 3 people that watched me today. I appreciate it. I'll be seeing everybody later. I got to take care of a few things, and then I go to the fair. It'll be fun. All right, I'm out. See you guys later. Bye. Peace.